What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be teaching you a card trick that you and a friend or you and really anyone can perform together, and it will get great reactions from your spectator or a group of spectators if you are performing in front of a group of people. And this trick is quite easy to perform and really only relies on you and your assistant being on the same page for how the trick works. But really quickly, before we get into that, I just want to thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. And like I did mention in my last couple of videos, I promised a giveaway once we reach the 15,000 subscriber milestone. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be explaining the giveaway details. So I'm going to be giving away 3 $10 Amazon gift cards. And all you need to do in order to enter this giveaway is be subscribed to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment how you discovered my channel. You know, whether it was through searching for America's Got Talent reveal video and you saw one of my videos, or just searching for a card trick, or you saw one of my videos in your suggested videos, anything like that. Just comment how you guys discovered my channel. It's really easy. It's all you have to do in order to enter, and I will be announcing the winners within a couple of weeks, just so I want to give everyone a chance to enter. So make sure you guys look out for that video. Now let's get right in how to do this really cool card trick. Okay, so with the camera angle I have, and with this trick requiring an assistant, it obviously will not work for me to do a performance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get right into the tutorial and teach you guys how to do this trick so you can perform it yourselves. So what you're going to do, you and your assistant are going to go up to a spectator or a group of spectators with a deck of cards, and you're going to have them shuffle it up as much as they want to until they are satisfied. This is a completely impromptu trick. There's absolutely no setup. So you're going to have your spectators shuffle up as much as they want until they're satisfied. You're going to ask for the deck back. And what you're going to do is you're going to spread out the cards face up, just like so. And you're going to tell your group of spectators that you and your assistant are going to take out 8 cards from the deck. So they can be completely random cards, but all you need to do is take out one of value 8 cards. So what I mean by that, you just need to make sure one of the cards you choose is an 8. So in this case, the 8 of hearts. I wouldn't choose it first, just, so your group of spectators doesn't get suspicious. Just choose 8 cards and completely random cards, except make sure one of them is an 8 with a value of 8. So once you've done that, you're going to take out your 8 cards, and you're going to tell your spectator that you are ready to proceed with this trick. So once we have the 8 here, you're going to put the rest of the deck off to the side here, and you're ready to go. So you and your assistant, you're going to explain what you're going to be doing with these 8 cards to your group of spectators. So what you're going to do is you are going to be putting these 8 cards in this kind of formation arrangement. So you're going to have the row of 3, just like so. And then you're going to have one card here. You're going to have 3, 2, 3. So it'll look just like this. You're going to put 1, 2, 3. So this is what the arrangement of cards is going to look like. Okay, so basically now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain what the trick is. So what's going to happen is you or your assistant is going to go outside the room, or they're just going to turn around, close their eyes. It makes for a better effect, honestly, if you're in like a room of some sort. Just your assistant goes out of the room, and what's going to happen is you as a magician are going to tell one of your spectators to just touch any one of the 8 cards they want, and then you're going to tell your group of spectators that your assistant is going to come back into the room without seeing, which one of the cards your spectator touch, and your assistant is going to be able to correctly determine which card the spectator chose without you directly telling them. So what the secret actually behind this trick is, you're going to have the 8 here, and each suit on the 8, so in this case the hearts here, are going to represent each card in this arrangement. So let's go, I'm going to go ahead and do an example of how this trick would look. So say my assistant's out of the room right now, I'm the magician, I tell my spectator to touch any one of the cards. So let's say they touch this card right here, the 9 of hearts. You're going to tell your assistant to come back in the room, and this is how you indicate the card that your spectator chose. So what you need to do is you're going to say, okay, was it this card? Your assistant's going to say no, but when you go to this 8 here, the 8 is what's called the indicator card. You're going to say, was it this card? And what you're doing here is you're touching this heart right here, and that correlates to this selection. So right when you do this, your assistant is going to know that the spectator's card they chose the 9 of hearts here. So you're going to say to your assistant, was the spectator choose this card? They're going to say no, but then your assistant will say, I actually know that they selected the 9 of hearts. So that is one way you guys are going to be able to do this trick. I'm going to go over a couple other scenarios right now. So let's say your spectator chooses the indicated card. So what's going to happen is you're going to kind of go about this in a different way. Obviously, you guys are going to be talking with your assistant before you go out and perform this. you're going to say, okay, my assistant is actually going to locate the card in a different way. You're not going to touch anything. You're just going to say, okay, say my assistant's name's Joe. You're going to say, Joe, what was the card that they selected? You're not going to do anything because your assistant will then know that if you don't touch anything, that means the spectator selected the indicated card, which in this case is the eight of hearts. Your assistant would say the spectator chose the 8 of hearts. And guys, you can really do this as much as you want because it's really discreet of how you indicate which card the spectator chose. So let's go through it again. So say your spectator, you choose this one. Your assistant comes back in the room. You're gonna tell your assistant, was it this card? They'll say no. Was it this one? They'll say no. Then you go here. You know that they chose this one. You need to indicate it by touching this heart on the indicated card. And then your assistant will know it was this card right here, and your assistant will say, I know that the spectator chose the 9 of clubs. So that is really the way you guys can go about by doing this trick. It's really great effect. It will completely confuse anyone you guys perform this to. And I guess another way you guys can do this is you have, instead of you choosing out the 8 cards, because one of them needs to be the 8 here, because you know the suits on the card correspond to the cards, in this arrangement. So what you can do is you can actually have your spectators take out any 8 cards they want, and you're going to tell them the arrangement that you need them to be in. So the rows of 3, 2, 3, and what you or your assistant would need to know, like which is going to be the indicated card when there's 8 random cards. So let's say the 8 here was replaced with, for example, the 9 of spades. Your spectator, they chose any of the 8 cards they wanted to. You just need to communicate with your assistant before you go up and perform this, that this card in the bottom most left position here, in the first row of 3 at the very bottom, to you as a magician's left, is going to be the indicated card. So, for example, let's say your spectator chooses this card right here. When your assistant comes back into the room, all you need to do is, makes it a little bit more challenging here because, it's not a perfect arrangement. There's 4 spades here when you have only 3 cards here. You could just kind of communicate like you're touching right here in the middle of them, and that indicates that it would be this card. So obviously this is a little bit more of a risky method because, for example, say, you have a face card here. It just makes it a little bit more challenging. You and your assistant need to be on the same page with, so say they choose this one, you as a magician need to be very specific and know where you're touching on this indicated card, so your assistant doesn't get the misinformation of what card your spectators chose. So like I just said, it is a little bit more risky and challenging without having the 8 as one of these 8 cards here as the indicated card. But I mean, if you and your assistant get really good at this trick and really good with working with each other, you guys can do it just like this. Have your spectators choose any 8 cards they want to. And right now what I'm going to do is there's actually another way you guys can go about doing this trick that doesn't involve you as a magician pointing to any of the cards. This is a really discreet method, and it again will require some practice between you and your assistant. So the method is, once your spectator chooses the 8 cards, they're going to be in the same arrangement here. You're going to be holding the rest of the deck. It can be either in your right or left hand. Let's say it's in your right hand. You're going to be using your thumb to indicate which one of the cards the spectator chose. So, for example, let's say they chose this card right here. When your assistant comes in, you're going to be indicating your thumb. It can be, if you're using a bicycle deck, I'd say this circle right here, this circle right here. This circle corresponds to this card, and this circle corresponds to that one. And then, the top right here, just 1, 2, 3. And so it's all about the positioning of your thumb. So, for example, like I just said, the spectator chooses this card. Your thumb is right on this circle. Your assistant is looking for where your thumb is on holding the deck here. And they'll just know. Your spectators really shouldn't be paying attention to where your thumb is. It's so casual. Your assistant comes in, they see where your thumb is, and they'll say, I actually know at you, the spectator, which card they chose. In this case was the 2 of spades. So that is also a really good method of going about this trick. All 3 of the methods I explained, I'm going to go summarize them really quickly. The first one, you have the indicated card here. Before you go about the trick, you as the magician, your assistant, you take out the 8 cards, you put the indicated card anywhere you want. Your spectator chooses this card, you indicate right here to your assistant that they chose this card. The second method, your spectator chooses any 8 cards they want to. They might actually, when they choose any of the 8 cards, one of them might be a value of 8, but you just never know. This method's probably the most difficult. It just requires a lot of practice because you communicate to your assistant which one of the 8 cards in this arrangement is going to be the indicated card. For example, say it's this one right here. your spectator chooses this card, you communicate to your assistant by touching the top left corner of the card here, and then which indicates that they chose this card. This one's, like I mentioned before, it's a little bit more risky because, you don't have 8 hearts on this card here, making it a little bit more challenging to correctly determine the arrangement, therefore, and then communicating the information to your assistant. And then that final method, which I just explained, was the method where you use the magician. You're indicating which card they chose with your thumb position. This one will require some practice. All of these methods, just develop, a good practice routine with your assistant before you guys go out and perform this. And once you get it down, you will certainly confuse everyone you perform it to. And I would suggest that you and your assistant practice and perfect all 3 of the methods I explained in this tutorial, so you guys are prepared and can adapt to any situation that may happen while you're performing this trick to a group of spectators. So that is going to conclude this video. I really hope the tutorial made sense for you guys, and I definitely suggest giving this trick a try. It is really fun to perform, and also don't forget to enter the giveaway. Once again, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment how you discovered my channel. So that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.